We get to come together as a community in a lot of different ways at St. John's, but one of the ways that, I might be a little biased because I tend to plan our larger community events, but I think those are the best way for us to come together and serve those around us and have fellowship together. So I'm going to tell you about our most upcoming event, which is Fall Fest. So we do have some things we're asking for some help on. We have some activity stations that we need help running. We have some donation items that we're requesting. And we could also just use your help in getting the word out with people in our community. So let's talk a little bit about some of the activities that we have planned. We've got a lot going on. We're going to have an inflatable slide, trunk or treat, game and craft booths, and we're even serving hot dogs and popcorn to the first 100 guests who arrive. And if you volunteer, you also get a hot dog and popcorn, if you so desire. But there are also some other ways to help, even if you can't show up on the day of. So, some of the ways to help are with these donation cards. Now, this is not a commitment to the donation you are going to make. This is also, if you turn this back into me, it gives me no money. But there is information on the card of some of the specific items that we're requesting, some of the materials that we need to pull this off, and there's also information on how to donate to our Amazon wish list or purchase items from our Amazon wish list, and how to give monetary donations, whether that be cash or check or card or online giving. So our main asks are all listed here, and you can grab one of these cards in the narthex as you are leaving church today. Another way to help is just to help us promote the event. On Facebook, we have a Facebook event, so if you go to our page and just share that event, invite your Facebook friends, and find out who your true friends are if they show up. Just help us spread the word out in our community. There's a lot of fall fests being hosted by churches on that day. So we want the people who live closest to us to know that this is an option that might be a little closer to them than some of the other churches. And then, of course, as always, you can always sign up to show up and work a activity station, one of the more specific activity stations. So those activity stations we have several. We need about 30 volunteers to work all of our activity stations. So that might be a welcome station or any of the other stations that you see on this slide now. But to cover all of our bases, we need about 30 volunteers, which is a big undertaking. But I think between us, our Sunday school classes, and our 8:30 service, I think we can do it. I believe in us. The activity stations are the things that you want to sign up for if you're someone who doesn't want to do a bunch of prep work, just wants to show up and help with whatever's needed in that moment. I'll have all of the materials provided, all of the instructions for how to run the activity will be provided for you, and I'll also be sending you lots of emails in advance so that you're not feeling unprepared. The only thing that some of the materials are not provided for will be the cupcake walk. Whoever works those will need to bring cupcakes. There's a certain number of cupcakes that are listed on our Sign Up Genius online, which is the portal that we're using to sign up for these different stations. But I'll provide the speaker so that you can have music for your cupcake walk. But if you are really passionate about trunk or treat, which I know some of you are, that's what we're talking about now. So we do have 15 trunk spaces. These can be as simple or as complex as your heart desires. But to inspire you a bit, I would like to provide some examples of the trunks we might see. So, one that I've done before is the 100-Acre Woods, if you're familiar with Winnie the Pooh and his friends. This is, I have a picture of it somewhere. There we go. Okay, so this is most of the decorations are coming from the costumes. There are also some decorations in the car, but we just handed out generic candy and mostly just dressed up, and the kids really enjoyed it. But it doesn't have to be even as complex as this. You can just put toilet paper on the back of your car and some plates for eyes, and suddenly your car is a mummy. So super easy, really minimal prep time. Honestly, you could prep this ahead of time and just tape it, shut it, drive up to the church, you're done. Super easy. But there are again, some more complicated ones, the more Pinteresty ones. One of my friends is a super Pinteresty person, so last year we did a farm-themed trunk. There's a lot of details in this picture. I don't know if you can really appreciate them from where you're sitting now. There's a lot going on. This is, again, just to inspire you. This is not expected from any of you. You don't have to go this far if you don't want to. It can be more minimal, like this. So again, main thing going on here. Oh, these are my parents. This is Men in Black. So yeah, there's no decorations in their trunk. I do want to point out they brought the lawn chairs for comfort. They know what they're doing. Yeah, so it can be as over the top or as casual as you want it to be, and this is a great way to be a little more on the casual side. This one, not casual. This is a trunk that is also an interactive trunk, so it also serves as an activity booth. This is Cookie Monster. And if you see in the second picture, the lady is holding the cookie frisbees, and if you throw the cookie into Cookie Monster's mouth, then you get an extra candy. So that was pretty fun. I will say if you're planning on doing an activity trunk like this where you're providing extra candy if they achieve something, then I advise bringing your own candy. But I am hoping to have 6,000 pieces of candy donated. That is my goal, that there is math based. I'm not a math person, but I think the math is mathing, and I think I did it right. I'm hoping we get 6,000 pieces of candy to provide for all of the trunks and the activity stations. But if you want to have a candy that's themed to your trunk, or you're going to be handing out extra candy, that's also an option for you. But yeah, I would love for all of you to join us for Fall Fest, or just support us in whatever way you can, whether that's helping spread the word or showing up the day of. We would love for this to truly be a community event that we all host together. So